His Majesty King Hamad bin Isa Al Khalifa praised the meeting between the Minister of the Interior and Chairman of the Ministerial Committee for the follow-up on the national plan to promote national belonging and reinforce citizenship values, General Sheikh Rashid bin Abdullah Al Khalifa and the residents of Muharraq. His Majesty expressed his appreciation for the honorable positions and sincere national sentiments demonstrated by the citizens during this fruitful meeting, which authentically reflected the authenticity of the people of this ancient city, as well as their loyalty, love and dedication to their homeland and leadership throughout history. His Majesty affirmed that Muharraq, like other beloved cities in Manama, in Bahrain, receives great attention through various developmental projects in housing, health, education and other fields. His Majesty stressed Muharraq's significance and preciousness, adding that its people deserve all attention, hence the continuous development it is witnessing. His Majesty emphasized that the development of Muharraq, while preserving its cultural and historical identity, is progressing steadily to achieve the best for its honorable citizens, and that the completion of this project will not exceed a year. His Majesty noted that Muharraq has been known throughout Bahrain's history for the nobility and authenticity of its people, their continuous contributions, high patriotism and absolute loyalty and belonging to their homeland, just like all the people of Bahrain. His Majesty praised the pioneering contributions made by the men of this ancient city in the history of national work and the civilized renaissance of Bahrain, highlighting the depth of its cultural, historical and heritage components. His Majesty reiterated that the Bahraini citizen will always remain at the forefront of the country's priorities and the core of its goals and developmental plans and programs. He stated that the kingdom is moving forward on the path of building development and progress to meet the aspirations of its citizens and fulfill all their needs. He prayed to Allah the Almighty to grant everyone success in serving the dear homeland and contributing to achieving the aspired for growth, progress and prosperity. The Minister of Interior and Chairman of the Ministerial Committee for the follow-up on the national plan to promote national belonging and reinforce citizenship values, General Sheikh Rashid bin Abdullah Al Khalifa, visited the residents of Muharraq as part of efforts to enhance communication with the citizens and strengthen community partnership. General Sheikh Rashid bin Abdullah conveyed the greetings of His Majesty King Hamad bin Isa Al Khalifa and His Royal Highness the Crown Prince and Prime Minister Prince Salman bin Hamad Al Khalifa to the residents. He emphasized that the meeting reflected the approach of His Majesty the King in advancing communication with all members of society while ensuring citizens' security and public safety. The Minister listened to the views and observations of the residents, affirming their commitment to strengthening national belonging, social cohesion and civil peace. He provided clarifications on the points raised during the meeting. General Sheikh Rashid bin Abdullah noted that Bahrain had faced many political and security challenges throughout its history, which it overcame with efficiency, positivity and determination, thanks to the leadership of His Majesty the King and the dedication of loyal citizens. The Minister commended His Majesty's leadership in strengthening national confidence, noting that Bahraini youth are today experiencing their most prosperous era. He also discussed economic challenges, underlining the importance of His Royal Highness the Crown Prince and Prime Minister's directives in overseeing development projects and services for citizens. General Sheikh Rashid bin Abdullah further highlighted the diversity of Bahrain's economy, with more than 80% of its sources being non-oil. The Minister also noted that Bahrain's handling of the COVID-19 pandemic represented a distinguished national and international success story commended by the World Health Organization, thanks to the directives of His Royal Highness the Crown Prince and Prime Minister. He underlined the government's adherence to integrity and transparency in all aspects of work, expressing confidence in the country's future progress based on sound planning, administration and leadership. General Sheikh Rashid bin Abdullah commended the solidarity and commitment of the residents of Muharraq, describing Muharraq as a beacon of loyalty, belonging and patriotism, affirming its continued allegiance to His Majesty the King. He referred to His Majesty's directive to preserve the historical and cultural identity of Bahrain's buildings and cities and emphasized the importance of preserving Bahrain's authentic customs and traditions, which embody noble values and national principles. He highlighted the role of local majlis gatherings in safeguarding culture and traditions. The people of Muharraq expressed appreciation to His Majesty the King for his commitment to reinforcing Bahrain's national identity and developing Muharraq while preserving its heritage, underscoring their loyalty and pride in His Majesty's leadership. They commended His Royal Highness the Crown Prince and Prime Minister's dedication to the citizens' well-beings and his directives to follow up on development projects in Muharraq. They also extended their thanks to General Sheikh Rashid bin Abdullah, praising his continuous commitment to engaging with all the members of the community. The Minister of Foreign Affairs, Dr. Abdulatif bin Rashid Al-Zayani, participated in the Arab Troika meeting, which includes the Kingdom of Bahrain, the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia, and the Republic of Iraq, with members of the United Nations Security Council. The meeting held at the UN headquarters in New York addressed cooperation between the United Nations and the League of Arab States on the sidelines of the 80th session of the UN General Assembly. The meeting was attended by the Minister of Foreign Affairs of the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia, Prince Faisal bin Farhan Al Saud, Deputy Prime Minister and Minister of Foreign Affairs of the Republic of Iraq, Fuad Hussein, and the Secretary General of the League of Arab States, Ahmed Abul Ghait. The Security Council side was led by the Minister of Foreign Affairs of the Republic of Korea, Chu Tae-yul, as Korea holds the Council's presidency for the current session, in the presence of the foreign ministers of the Council's member states. In his statement, the Minister of Foreign Affairs reiterated Bahrain's steadfast support for all joint Arab efforts aimed at strengthening the role of the League of Arab States as a unified Arab framework and emphasized the importance of strengthening channels of communication with the Security Council to advance international peace and security. He said the meeting was being held at a time of escalating challenges in the Arab region, foremost among them the continued absence of a political solution to the Palestinian issue that guarantees the rights of the Palestinian people and the establishment of an independent Palestinian state. He reiterated adherence to the unified Arab position calling for the establishment of the Palestinian state in accordance with the international legitimacy rules and resolutions, stressing the need for an immediate ceasefire in the Gaza Strip, the release of hostages and detainees, and the acceleration of humanitarian aid delivery. The minister underlined Bahrain's belief in the importance of strengthening cooperation between the League of Arab States and the Security Council to address other crises in the region, including Syria, Yemen, Sudan, Libya, and Somalia, through dialogue and diplomatic solutions that preserve the unity and sovereignty of states and fulfill the aspirations of their peoples for security and development. The Minister of Foreign Affairs, Dr. Abdulatif bin Rashid Al-Zayani, and the Minister of Oil and Environment and Special Envoy for Climate Affairs, Dr. Mohammed Mubarak bin Dana, attended the reception hosted by the Permanent Mission of the United Arab Emirates to the United Nations in New York under the patronage and presence of the UAE Deputy Prime Minister and Minister of Foreign Affairs, His Highness Sheikh Abdullah bin Zayed Al Nahyan, on the sideline of the 80th session of the UN General Assembly. The Minister of Foreign Affairs praised the strong relationships and solid brotherly bonds between the Kingdom of Bahrain and the United Arab Emirates, highlighting their development and growth across all fields in light of the directives of His Majesty the King and His Highness the President of the United Arab Emirates. He affirmed Bahrain's commitment to enhancing cooperation and joint coordination, aiming to achieve the desired integration and shared aspirations, contributing to the advancement and prosperity of both countries and their brotherly people, wishing the United Arab Emirates further progress and prosperity. The Minister of Foreign Affairs, Dr. Abdulatif bin Rashid Al-Zayani, met at the United Nations headquarters in New York with the Secretary General of the Arab League, Ahmed Abul Ghait. They reviewed the cooperative relations between the Kingdom of Bahrain and the General Secretariat of the Arab League, as well as the diplomatic and political efforts undertaken by the League to enhance joint Arab action and solidify the Arab stance on the challenges facing Arab countries. They also discussed the current developments as well as regional and international efforts aimed at achieving a ceasefire in the Gaza Strip, protecting civilians, releasing hostages and detainees, delivering aid to civilians, populations, and advancing efforts for a just and comprehensive peace in the region. Several regional and international issues of mutual interest were also discussed. The Minister of Foreign Affairs, Dr. Abdulatif Al-Zayani, met at the United Nations headquarters in New York with the Minister of Foreign Affairs of Azerbaijan, Ceyhun Bayramov, on the sideline of the 80th session of the United Nations General Assembly. They discussed the distinguished fraternal relations between Bahrain and Azerbaijan, their development and growth at all levels, and the ways to further strengthen them in various fields to serve the common interests of the two countries and peoples. They also discussed the latest regional and international developments. The meeting also witnessed the signing of an agreement on mutual exemption from visa requirements for holders of diplomatic passports. The meeting was attended by Permanent Representative of Bahrain to the UN in New York, Ambassador Jamal Al-Ruwa'i, Under Secretary of the Ministry of Foreign Affairs for Political Affairs, Ambassador Khalid Al-Jalahma, and Director General of Bilateral Relations at the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, Ambassador Sheikh Abdullah bin Ali Al Khalifa. The Minister of Foreign Affairs, Dr. Abdulatif bin Rashid Al-Zayani, met at the Bahrain mission to the United Nations in New York with the Minister of Foreign Affairs and Worship of the Republic of Costa Rica, Arnoldo Andre Tinoco. During the meeting, they discussed the bilateral cooperation between the Kingdom of Bahrain and the Republic of Costa Rica, exploring ways to enhance and develop it into more comprehensive areas that serve their common aspirations and interests. Current regional and international developments and topics of mutual concern were also addressed. The Minister of Foreign Affairs, Dr. Abdulatif bin Rashid Al-Zayani, met with the Minister of Foreign Affairs of the Republic of Ghana, Samuel Okudzito Ablakawa, at the United Nations headquarters. They discussed ways to further enhance the friendship between the Kingdom of Bahrain and the Republic of Ghana, and to expand the horizon of bilateral cooperation in various fields for the benefit of both countries and their peoples. They also addressed a number of issues of mutual interest. The President of the Survey and Land Registration Bureau, SLRB, Engineer Bassem bin Yaqub Al-Hamar, and the Minister of Works, Engineer Ibrahim bin Hassan Al-Hawaj, conducted a field visit to the advanced research vessel Al-Masaha 2050 to explore its capabilities in supporting the developmental sectors in the Kingdom of Bahrain. The President of the SLRB confirmed that the visit is part of a comprehensive plan developed by the Bureau to enhance partnership and coordination with relevant authorities, contributing to showcasing the advanced capabilities of the vessel and expanding areas of benefit in national developmental projects, natural resource management, urban development projects, and supporting strategic decisions related to sustainable development. The Minister of Works praised the strategic value of Al-Masaha 2050 project for national infrastructure, adding that the advanced capabilities of the vessel will provide relevant authorities with accurate data on the nature of the seabed and marine sand resources, thereby enhancing the efficiency of planning and implementing coastal and marine infrastructure projects while ensuring compliance with the highest environmental standards and protecting natural resources. During the visit, the Minister of Works listened to a detailed explanation of the modern equipment on board the vessel, which represents a qualitative leap in marine surveys and spatial data management. He also reviewed 3D survey systems, geophysical monitoring devices, advanced laboratories for seabed analysis, and sediment monitoring, along with artificial intelligence technologies integrated into the vessel's systems to support data accuracy and processing speed. The Minister of Transportation and Telecommunications, Dr. Sheikh Abdullah bin Ahmed Al Khalifa, participated in the 4th edition of the Dubai World Congress for Self-Driving Transport 2025. The Minister highlighted Bahrain's commitment to adopting pilot projects and innovative initiatives in smart and autonomous transport to enhance sustainability and keep pace with the global developments. He emphasized the Kingdom's focus on creating an attractive investment and legislative environment to support innovation, build partnerships, and develop modern eco-friendly transport solutions, strengthening Bahrain's position as a regional hub in this sector. Dr. Sheikh Abdullah bin Ahmed noted that these efforts align with Bahrain Economic Vision 2030 and the Kingdom's national commitment to sustainable energy, explaining that smart transport development extends beyond infrastructure to include investing in national talent, fostering regional integration, and building international partnerships to support a sustainable global future. During the ministerial session on regional integration in transport, Dr. Sheikh Abdullah bin Ahmed added that Bahrain's investments focus on integration points connecting airports and seaports under the global sea-to-air logistics hub, generating real added value for the Gulf economy and enhancing the region's global trade competitiveness. The Minister of Municipalities Affairs and Agriculture, Wa'el bin Nasser Al Mubarak, inaugurated the first Bahrain Veterinary Conference and Exhibition 2025 at the Gulf Hotel, featuring wide local and international participation. In his opening remarks, the minister underscored Bahrain's commitment to supporting the livestock sector as a key pillar of food security and sustainable development. He noted that the conference provides an effective platform for exchanging expertise, building common visions, and launching initiatives to advance veterinary medicine and enhance veterinary health care services at the national and regional levels. The Kingdom of Bahrain places special importance on veterinary medicine stemming from its policy to preserve livestock wealth and combat zoonotic diseases that can be transmitted to humans. Veterinary medicine contributes to improving animal production through disease prevention and enhancing breeding conditions, which undoubtedly has a direct impact on the quality of animal products, ensuring food safety for consumers. Within this framework, the first Bahrain Veterinary Conference and Exhibition addresses pivotal issues, including reviewing veterinary legislation and standards, exchanging best practices in veterinary healthcare, the role of modern technology in service development, and anticipating the future of veterinary medicine amid global challenges. The conference features specialized panel discussions with experts addressing sustainable development and food security, alongside an exhibition showcasing leading companies, pharmacies, factories, and veterinary clinics, presenting their latest products and services, opening new opportunities for investment and partnerships. The Minister of Social Development, Osama bin Saleh Al Alawi, inaugurated the Bahraini Hands exhibition at the Avenues Mall with the participation of 20 productive families. Minister Al Alawi highlighted the ministry's commitment to empowering productive families and supporting their projects through initiatives and programs designed to serve this sector while providing the infrastructure needed to expand their presence in the market. He noted that the exhibition, organized by the ministry in cooperation with Bahrain Small and Medium Enterprises Society, SMEs, contributes to supporting projects with tangible economic and social impact. He added that the products on display reflect Bahrain's identity and highlight the authenticity of its heritage with a modern touch. The Kingdom of Bahrain is witnessing a new economic phase with the announcement of the results for the first 9 months of 2025, which reflected positive indicators that enhance confidence in the investment environment. The EDB, the Economic Development Board, announced the results, which showed the attraction of direct investments amounting to $1.52 billion through 75 local and international projects, expected to provide more than 4,300 new job opportunities over the next 3 years. This announcement came during the chairmanship of His Royal Highness the Crown Prince and Prime Minister at the EDB board meeting, a step that confirms that Bahrain is moving forward towards a more solid phase in attracting quality investments. The figures were distributed between new projects built on a solid foundation at 43% and established expansions of existing businesses at 57%, forming an economic lever that opens broader horizons for regional and international competitiveness. The tourism sector tops the list of promising investment destinations, followed by the financial services sector, then industry and information and communication technology, all of which form key drivers of economic diversification and solid pillars for sustainable growth. The EDB also reviewed during its session the emerging and modern sectors that keep pace with global economic transformations, alongside the Golden License Initiative and the long-term strategic projects reinforcing Bahrain's economic position as a bridge connecting the present with the future, granting it a competitive advantage at both regional and international levels. The decision to ban work during midday has proven remarkably successful this year, as evidenced by the results in a memorandum submitted by the Ministerial Committee for Community Services during the weekly cabinet session. The memorandum indicated a compliance rate of 99.97% and the execution of more than 35,000 inspection visits to ensure the smooth enforcement of the decision since the launch of the decision to ban work under the sun from 12 noon to 4 in the afternoon. This decision has achieved notable successes this year amid official and community praise and increasing awareness from employers and workers. This reflects full respect for the law and a commitment to the health of workers in various outdoor jobs, as well as the success of the relevant authorities in establishing a culture of safe work and a stable environment in line with the international standards. This important decision has contributed to reducing work-related injuries during the summer season, achieving sustainability and balancing humanitarian health and productivity standards across various establishments. The Supreme Committee for Hajj and Umrah Affairs announced the commencement of issuing preliminary acceptance notices to registered applicants for the 2026 pilgrimage following electronic screening and the application of priority criteria. The committee said that a total of 23,231 people had registered before the online portal closed. All applications had been reviewed, and a preliminary list of 4,625 accepted pilgrims was then drawn up in the line with Bahrain's quota. It added that the official date for accepted pilgrims to select their preferred Hajj tour operator will be announced later. The committee said it will be giving licensed organizers time to present their packages and allowing the pilgrims to review, compare and choose in order to foster a competitive environment.